Peace, 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 and good morning, and good Christmas. Good, what is it? Merry Christmas Eve, y'all. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Right to everybody who's celebrating. I am Sincere Seven, representing the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit, as well as the House of Genesis, and these are my colleagues, and I'll let you introduce yourselves. Nydia, you go first.
Okay. Peace. My name is Lydia Gone to Clarity. And I am owner of a company called You Are Wellness LLC, which is where I run all of my healing and events from. I merge spirituality and mysticism and science together in order to heal my clients through the kingdoms. I didn't even know that I was doing that, Sincere, until you came along and taught me that in the courses. So thank you for that. I run a lot of events that are centered around cannabis and different modalities of healing. And so that's a beautiful thing that I run monthly. I also do sound healing, Reiki, acupressure. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, right? But I love everything that I do. So, yeah, that is a little bit about me for now. People can get to know me a little bit more through my website, www.yourwellnessllc.com. You can also find me on Instagram, You Are Wellness Official, and Facebook, You Are Wellness LLC, and as well as YouTube, You Are Wellness LLC. So thank you for this time, and I'm excited about this conversation. So thank you for everybody that showed up. Thank you, Sincere, for having us.
Indeed. Thank you. Terrestrial Magic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Peace. My name's Jeff Hopper. I'm with Terrestrial Magic. We are Terrestrial Magic on Facebook. You can find us online at Terrestrial Energy Healing. I'm Jeff. This is Mel.
Hi.
You want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Mel. So what we do is kind of a little bit of everything. It started with herbalism and has kind of expanded into the animal medicines, and Jeff does Reiki and Gong healing. So we kind of work within our community for whatever anybody needs and support them in a lot of different ways. And we have a community house here that we hold monthly gatherings at. We try to hold them around the full moon. We've done a few events out in Grand Rapids, and yeah, excited for this conversation.
Indeed. Thank you. And for those people who might be watching from Instagram, just so you know, you can go on YouTube and subscribe to the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, or The Pad, to watch this video and to see everybody as opposed to just seeing me. So I just wanted to invite you all to that. Now, now that we have the introductions out the way, thank you all for those introductions. As said, all three of us are actually currently in the state of Michigan, but shortly, hopefully, there will be a couple of more practitioners hopping on from Texas, California, Ohio. Where else we at, y'all? We all over the place now, right?
California?
So, yeah, Don.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the first I said.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that we all have in common is, because all of us are, and Nydia, I would have to disagree with you when you said a jack of all trade, master of none. You've got a couple things mastered, but that's just from my opinion. I'm going to project onto you. I'm going to project that you got some things mastered. But one thing that we all have in common is we are all sacred animal venoms practitioners. We all work with Cambo, snake venom, scorpion venoms, and study under other sacred animal venoms and practices, as well as Nydia pointed out, we all also utilize different healing with the kingdoms, or different kingdoms for our healing and what we take our clients through.
Gotcha.
All of us operate differently. All of us do different things. Some of us specialize in certain areas. Nydia is a death doula, right? Jeff and Mel, they deal with sound therapy and singing bowls while you're getting snake venom therapies. You know, I deal with psychedelics and entheogens. So we all have our own walks. But one thing that we all do is we all work with the sacred animals within our healings, right? And in America, as we know, snake venom and scorpion venom is quite new. Cambo's been around. There's been people who have been utilizing Cambo for the last 20 or 30 years. Actually, a little bit more probably around. Let me see. But anyway, so Cambo is something that is quite known about. But Cambo has its limitations. So what we're finding is that there are a lot of people who could actually benefit from the utilization of animal medicines, but they don't know it though, right? Matter of fact, we talk a lot of times about studies that we've read and things that we've heard and what we've heard on a TV channel or a documentary, right? But what about firsthand experience? In this talk right now, everybody in here has firsthand experience, whether it be with a client or whether it be firsthand. And with that being said, terrestrial magic, do you all want to share?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to
I
talk?
would love if you did. You know what I mean? Because you all represent a nice part of that, understanding from an actual point of view of self and not just, oh, we read it in a book. So if you will, please share whatever that you all feel like that you all want to share. And just so I'll say, as Terrestrial Magic is watching, talking, if y'all look at Nydia's camera, she is currently right now dealing with some snake venom therapies going on. So with that being said, y'all get to hear it and see it at the same time. Jeff, you have the floor.
Okay. Did you want to talk about a certain venom in particular, or?
No, I wanted you all to talk about your personal experience with the venom and what you all needed to backtrack and use it for, and what those results were, if you don't mind sharing.
Okay. I guess I'll open it up with just talking about the most recent that I've worked with, which is scorpion venom. That one was about a month for the full administration, where you start off with 1 drop and then you go up to 10 drops, diluting it in, a drink that you're having throughout the day. And then you carry on with the 10 drops for the remaining 20 days. I really liked working with it. For me, I used it like probably about the afternoon. You kind of gain like a lot of focus, and you have like really good energy to go with that focus. It opened up my connections with the moon a little bit and some past life stuff. But just from a physical aspect, it helps with dealing with cancer cells so they can't reproduce. So I'm enabling my body or boosting my immune system to have those different attributes. One of the other things that kind of came up with it was my perception. Sometimes you can have like a like a first person type, I don't know, perspective, and then you have like a like ballooned out, like you're above your body.
Yeah, silent observer.
Yeah, so I had that, but I had it in a different way. It was on a 45-degree angle to my right. So it was like that most days when I took it. After I got up to the 10 drops for each day, and I feel that it unlocked something with being able to have a different perspective in life. So.
Indeed.
So for me, probably like my coolest success was I guess I should back up. So I had thyroid cancer a few years ago. I was diagnosed with it in 2020, and I got my thyroid taken out. So I've had all these like whatever's after, symptoms and stuff I deal with for not having a thyroid. And then I get these tests to make sure that my cancer is not coming back, because it can at any time. And I had this one test that showed it was back. And it's like this big spike in this one thing, and I was freaking out. And then Jeff was like, well, wait, we have these tools. Like, what do you think you can work with to help? So I did water moccasin. I did Cambo and water moccasin. And then my test results were totally normal. So what I was going for was to flush out my lymph system with the water moccasin that really moves the lymph through your body. And where the cancer would come back would be in my lymph nodes. So I went heavy at that. I went heavy with the Cambo, and it worked. It's like test results verified work. So that's like my coolest success, because it's not just saying, oh, I felt better after this and I had this energy after this. It's like actually on paper, like scientifically there.
I'm
And
literally looking
also,
for it right now. I'm sorry. I was just saying I'm literally looking for it because you sent it to me. I was trying to put the picture up. Yeah, I'm looking for the picture right now. Yeah, you can see it's like the big spike in the one. They call them cancer markers, things they look for in your blood that indicate that your cancer has returned. And it was like a pretty big spike. It's supposed to be like this 3 and below or whatever, and it was like 24 or something. So it was like alarming and scary, because cancer is one of those things you can't feel it growing necessarily, so you don't really know. But I do work with this stuff a lot, and I have a lot of faith that it does keep my body supported and healthy. And I can feel when I do have symptoms from not having a thyroid, I can feel the different medicines I've worked with like coming in to help level out my body. So I've found a lot of benefits health-wise, and also spiritually and emotionally. There's a lot of benefits too, but yeah.
The other success story.
Oh yeah, we had another. So we are working. One of our clients we're working with is dealing with a similar issue, a thyroid cancer issue. Oh yeah, there's my test results.
So as you can see, y'all, as she said, these were the results of her when she was going through getting tested for months, and then they showed a spike, as you see. And that spike is where they decided to utilize the sacred animal venoms. What happened? Oh, and when they utilized the venoms, the next what you see is the measurement going down, being cancer free again. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry to
and
cut you
after
off. I just
that,
wanted to show them that.
yeah, thank you for showing. I'm glad you had that up there. But after like imaging after that was all clear and stuff too, so it really did protect me again. But another client we're working with is also dealing with the thyroid cancer issue, and the tumor has shrunk by, what was it? It was
2.1, and it got to 1.7.
Yeah, 1.6.
So I think it was reduced by 17%, and that is logged in medical on her records before and after.
On the records. But that was just over 3 months of working with it. And since then, we've been doing several more treatments. So what's that?
So you said it was over 3 months that you was working with her?
Yeah. So the initial shrink in the tumor was over 3 months. It shrank 17% in that 3 months. And there's going to be imaging done again soon to track the last 5 months or so that we've been working. So we'll get to see again how much more it's shrunk, and see, like, maybe we can avoid surgery. Maybe we can stop her from having the thyroid taken out like I had to. So I'm excited to see where that one goes.
So how many treatments did you give her a month?
Let's see. It's been about 1 venom per month, and then Cambo every week.
Okay. So basically 3 treatments then, 3 of snake venom.
Yeah, and we're switching up the venoms that we're working with. Yeah, we've been working a lot with water moccasin, and also Fer-de-Lance. And the scorpion venom we've been working with too. So we're kind of going at it from all sides.
Okay. Got you. Thank you for sharing. And before we continue on, I just want to welcome to the stage Danny Washburn, a fellow colleague of ours. Actually, Danny was the first individual to take the Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner Training class. Shout out to Danny. All right. So I don't know if he's on stage yet or if he's
Hey,
okay. There he
hey,
is.
what's
Go
up,
ahead, man.
guys?
Talk to us.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, good to hear from all of you guys. Yeah, that was really interesting. I think Sincere, you could see like when I came on, but I heard a little bit of what you guys were talking about. But yeah, I'm just really happy to hear that and stuff, you know. Um, so yeah, you know, just good for you guys.
Yeah, no, you're not late. Actually, we were all just going through our introductions, where we're at, where people can find us at, and then we were just giving some of the testimonials that everybody has had. So,
Okay.
you're up next. I'm gonna let Nydia speak, but then we're gonna come to you, and you can give your introduction, let people know where to find you at, and then you can give a little bit of some things that you've seen since you've been practicing before we
Okay.
go into everything that we're here to talk about. Hmm?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
No, that's great. Yeah, go right ahead, Nadia.
all right. Well, welcome, Danny. Nydia, you have the
Thanks.
floor.
Peace. Yeah, what y'all just saw me administering was some cobra venom. A client had been diagnosed with COVID, and they came up to me day before yesterday, right? Yeah, day before yesterday, and got some combo. And then they were still feeling some pain when they took deep breaths. And so I took a page from your book, Sincere, and I gave her a single administration of the cobra
Mm-hmm.
in the targeted area. And so, that already, just right now, she's sitting in front of me and she's like, I love the way I'm able to breathe right now.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
That's okay. So you did the target area on the back, the 3 on each side, going down
No,
diagonally. Okay, across them lungs. I got you. And
Mm-hmm.
going towards that central nervous system, spinal cord, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Share this video if y'all watching it, y'all. Everybody needs to watch this video. Everybody share this video. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nydia.
Nah, you good. So mostly I've practiced a lot on myself. I'm the kind of person that whenever I receive a new modality, spiritually, physically, whatever, in whatever dimension I receive it in, I sit with it for a while. Um, and so I dosed myself with Western Diamondback rattlesnake first. My first dosage was actually given to me from Sincere. This is what it looks like. Um, and that one was beautiful. It gave me a beautiful sense of setting boundaries, but also the visual and spiritual sight was insane for me. My second dose was cobra venom, and I think that was like 2 months afterwards. And that's what that looks like. Um, and
Ah,
then
can't see it. She
you
got
can
some of the
see it.
dopest gates. Nah, but don't worry about it. I'm about to pull the picture up. Don't even worry. Keep talking.
Okay.
I got pictures. Don't even worry
Yeah,
about it. I'm
yeah,
about to put
yeah. And then my third one is West African Gaboon Viper, and I gave that one to myself. It's really hard to see, actually. It's the most recent one too. Um, but that one I gave to myself while sitting in West Africa. So I was receiving an initiation at that time, and I was also doing Sananga. So a lot of things were happening at once. So I'm still kind of integrating that medicine as well. But
there you go.
yeah, that's what it looks like. Hmm. Um, but each one has its own characteristics, and I struggled a lot with the concept of becoming a snake, right? Because we're taught that snakes are slithery and sly, and that people who are snakes are devious or, have these ulterior motives. And then I started to really understand the meaning esoterically of snakes. And the historical aspects and theological points of where the snake comes from and where that ideology comes from as well. And it started to really changed my perspective. And then meeting clients that Sincere has, talking to, listening to Mel's story, and then working with clients myself one-to-one, whether it be with the combo or the snake venom, and seeing the immediate shift in energy just coming off the table. And then I check in with my clients about a week or two afterwards just to kind of see what are they experiencing. They always ask me what to expect, and in a way I tell them I'm projecting onto them the expectations based off of other people's experiences. However, I always ask them to try to take a step away from those projections and really just tune into self and see what they feel on their own, and that's been a beautiful discovery as well. So the results are incredible. Animal medicine is immediate. The side effects are mostly positive. With the exception of purging with combo, which not everybody does, and I
That's right.
haven't purged every single time. So, you know, mostly the effects have been very positive, and we haven't had any deleterious effects come across any of our practices. And so that's also been a beautiful result of what we're doing, and I'm excited for what we're going to continue to talk about here shortly. So thank you for
Indeed.
letting me share.
Indeed. Thank you, Nydia. Danny, man, what go on, brethren?
Hey,
Yes,
um,
sir. So I want you to just go ahead and give an introduction to yourself and let people know what you do and where they can find you. And then you can go into any type of testimonials that you want to share, whether it be
okay.
yourself or clients or family or pets or whatever.
Okay, I wish I had more to share. But I'll tell you a little bit. Yeah, my name's Danny. You can reach me. I'll put my phone number out, or you can reach me on Facebook or Instagram. But I would love to hear like other people other people's experiences. Like I don't I'm really busy, like I don't reach out too much, but if you guys ever want to talk about anything, I'd love to talk about it with you. Um but Yeah, I guess like my most recent experiences with things is um I guess I kind of look at it from the point of I like the spiritual aspects of it. And so let me let me step out of the truck because I'm on camera. So um yeah, so I really, really like my favorite parts are really how like when I go and I take some mushrooms, like the allies that I get, the energies that I get, that's been really transformative. So like when I go and I take some mushrooms, you know, um, and I get in these tight spots, um, the the overwhelming support has been something that I've never felt before. Um, Before it was kind of like my own self courage and in just my own tenacity to be able to grip a situation and to be able to get through something. But bringing these animal um, powers and animal spirits into the space has been just really comforting. So I really, really enjoy the snakes and just the knowledge and the experience that they bring, the power they bring. Um but like as far as some experiences, I don't know if I've told you yet, but I have done an injection of the venom.
Mm-hmm.
Um I've
Yep.
I've only done one experience though. And I've been really wanting to go back to it because I was able to feel it about I told Dooley about like three times more or so.
Mm-hmm.
So that I really, really enjoyed. It was my favorite venom. It was the black neck spitting cobra. That one I had my highest dose at. So I had the highest I got up to was like 27 units. And so and so
Injected?
I no, 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 not injected, but
Okay, 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 okay. All
yeah,
right,
yeah, with the dots. That's about 45 dots right there.
right.
But I had to start doing them on my thighs because people would just look at me, you know, but um but
Danny,
yeah.
Danny. open up 6 gates and just keep reapplying the medicine. It might take longer, but you ain't got to open up 30, 40 gates.
Dude, I just don't got the patience, man. I don't got the patience. I want to go and fucking lie that down.
Okay,
But
okay. Warrior
but
shit.
but oh my God, though, the yeah, the injection was so it was just so much more favorable. I mean, because it was just, one and done. I did it in the shoulder. I saw someone on YouTube do that, and someone who his name is Ray Cobra Man, someone who goes and takes venom that goes and deals with milking cobras. And so I saw that how
Hmm.
he did it was he goes and does an injection in his shoulder. And so I only did 2 units of that, and but it was fantastic. I felt the effects much more powerful, and a little bit longer.
Hmm. Hmm.
But but the exciting thing that I have to tell you, really, because I don't got much to tell you. I'm just super busy lately.
Okay,
Is
you do know this is being broadcasted to everybody, right?
oh, what, like on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I just want to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is not a private conversation. I'm like, damn, you over
okay.
here dropping it. This is everybody's listening right now.
Oh shit. Well, I don't know.
You good though? Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
know.
good.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is why we're here. We're giving the people's an understanding of what these things are. What is it when we hear about it? What are these people doing with it? So I'm actually loving that you're covering the spiritual aspect. I like that you called it something different because we're saying these animal medicines, and you said these animal spirits, and I smiled because that's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
okay.
Is no, you're perfectly fine. We are giving our peoples the understanding of what it is we deal with and what these things do. So you're fine. I
Okay,
just
cool.
knew that you didn't know. I know how we get down. And
Yeah,
I know how you
yeah.
just saw. I was like, let me just let you know so you would
Yeah.
know. All right.
Yeah.
But
No, no,
you
that's
can
good.
share
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just not tag me, you know? But
You
but
already in here. Oh, I won't tag you. Yeah, I ain't gonna
yeah,
tag you.
that's good. Yeah, yeah.
But
I'm trying to get my pistol permit. I don't need them giving me no shit.
nah.
You
You
know,
know, you good.
but
There's no laws against what you're doing. So
yeah,
you're good. That's
but
another beauty of it.
yeah, right. But it's like another thing, and it's like I know that you guys can understand this. Some people won't, but dude, I'll tell you. So I had what was it? I had my cat. We just moved to another place. There was I guess a bunch of ticks around in the area, and my cat ended up just get covered in ticks, and it was unbelievable. And so then his mood started to change. Well, anyway, I know I've told you this before, how I've burned him and I've gave him
I
Campbell, but
want you
this
to share
time.
this. Share this with everybody. Yep.
This time, dude, much, much, much more interesting. This time I went and because I read that book, Sapo of My Soul, very good book. It's also, it's like, if you have a hard time reading, it was like a very enjoyable book. It wasn't scientific. It was like, for me, it was like, yeah, I could actually read it. It wasn't like hard. So I totally recommend it. But, but yeah, so he went and he said that how he would do is they would go and give Cambo to their dogs and they would put it on their nose and it would make them better hunters. And so that's what I did. I instead of flipping them over, shaving them, burning them, and giving it to them that way, which it'll just end up falling off in about 5 or 10 seconds anyway. Um, so I just went and I got him some Cambo. I used my own spit, obviously, and then I went and I put it on his nose. What'd he do? He licked it, swallowed it. So, I thought it was great because, I mean, the not so great part was he was puking around my house for about, I'd say like 7 or 8 days. But
Yeah.
oh my God, though, like he just transformative. His attention just and you know cats, they got 100 different personalities out there. His attention, he's like just a bad motherfucker now. He just is just super attentive, super like very cool, very calm, doesn't give a fuck, and just super cool and right by a garbage truck.
So share the experience with your dog. Share the
Yeah.
experience with your dog. And I'm glad that you're talking about the pets. So no,
Yeah,
that's why this is beautiful. I'm all things being covered. And if you're
that's good.
watching this video, please share this video. But yes, please tell the people about your dog, the experience like that.
Well, that's good. Let me just finish up with Dexter. So,
Oh, there was
um,
more. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead.
No, you're good. Yeah, Dexter. Anyway, just long story short, he's doing great. I mean, he's just doing fantastic. He's eating a bunch of food now. Like, I think that really gave him a good hard punch. And I had to clean up cat puke for a couple of days, but who cares? But he was just doing so much better. I don't see no more ticks, and that ain't no coincidence.
Right.
So that was really cool. But yeah, with Dabs, my dog, she I've given her, oh, same thing with her. That's where I started the injections. So with Dabs, I started the injections with her because she got really, with pets, you can't fuck around because the mailman goes and sees, you go, you shave them with some burns and shit, you're gonna get reported. So I go and I flip my pets over and I shave them, I shave them on the belly, and then I burn them on the belly, um, but so I stopped doing that. So with Dabs, I gave her like the first experiment where I went and I did the injection with her with the venom. And what I did was I gave her really the last of my King Cobra. And it's always been transformative with her. Like she just she'll get hurt, and then after about a day or a couple of hours. One time it was only a couple of hours, where she was sitting on the bed, couldn't move for 5 days. I give her an injection. I only gave her about two to three units. And then in an hour or two, she's up and walking around. It's just awesome. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I did give her one time water moccasin because that deals with the arthritis, but I didn't see like as big of a response as I did with the King Cobra. So,
Because that
um,
King Cobra is pain relief, straight up.
exactly.
The water
Yeah,
moccasin is
yeah.
more of the inflammation, so she might have more pain than inflammation.
I think so. Yeah, so it's like but yeah, I just love this stuff so much. And but yeah, so while I'm on with you, because I gotta get back to work and stuff, but I definitely, if any of you have any reach with Black Mamba, I just heard how Dooley had some, and I reached out to him, and he said that he could possibly get me some. But that was a couple of weeks ago. I got to check back with him, but yeah, I definitely want to go and try giving my mom some Black Mamba and see if her eyesight will get better. So
Mm.
so yeah, that's where I'm at with all of this.
Danny, when did you take the Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner training class?
It was I guess almost 2 years ago. Yeah, I guess almost 2 years ago in February. Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was 3.
No, because I got my CDL. I got my CDL right after. So um and
Okay.
in April, yeah, April it'll be 2 years. So it was right before that. So just
Okay, yeah, we're going into
almost
the
two
third.
years.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing, brethren. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, good to hear from you guys.
So, okay. So everybody got to share. I'm gonna share. What about 3 different experiences. So um so first of all, Cambo, right? I was in the military. I went overseas, and when you go overseas, they pump you filled with vaccines. You just walk down this line, and on each side of you is different people with air guns, and you're just walking, and they're going, ain't no, I don't do it. I'm gonna sign a waiver. It's against my, shut up. Come on, come on, and they just shooting you with shit, all in the same day. I get overseas. About a month later, I'm outside using the porta potty because that's all we had to use where we was at, and I noticed a growth on my male member. Okay, like hold on, this ain't cool. I go to the place and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? I'd be like invested in condoms, and they like, calm down. It's not an STD. You know what I'm saying? You good? You know, I'm like, well, what is it? Like, it's a skin tag. I'm skin tag. Well, shit, tag somebody else. I don't want to be it. I don't want to play this game. What we do? Don't worry about it. It might go away. 2 weeks later, another one grew. Right on the side of my shit. Right there on the side. Look like a nipple growing out the side of my shit. That's not supposed to be there. This is not good for business. I went back to the place. They said, listen, we could freeze it off with some nitrogen type of ish, right? This is back in 90s, 98, 99, right? And I say, all right, we'll get the ice. Let's freeze this shit off, you know? And she said, but if it go too deep, you might lose the ability to use it. And I'm like, oh, have a perfectly nice one that's no good to use, or one that I have to talk about. I could talk a lot. Don't worry, keep the ice. I keep it. 20 years I had this on my male member. 20 years. I got trained in Cambo. After the 2 or 3 days, we took Cambo. I got one gate right here. I threw up, rolled in the grass. I was so extreme. Like, calm your ass down. Get your punk ass up. It ain't even wet over there. Right? I get up, everybody else go. Now, mind you, we had training. So we at the pad. We here for like days. So I go to sleep. The next day we getting up. We all gonna do Cambo again. I get in the shower. I'm lifting up my feet, looking on the tub, because I'm thinking my skin tags then fell off because they not there no more. 20 years of those things being there. One gate of Cambo. Not even 24 hours later, them things was completely gone. They're gone. Never came back. There was no markings. There was no proof that they was here. No shadow. Nothing. Overnight, that Cambo flushed all them heavy metals out of my system entirely. After 20 years. Okay? So that's my first testimonial self with Cambo. I knew I was onto something like, okay, these animal medicines are serious, right? So at that point, with the snake venom, me personally, I came into a situation where I found a lump in my testicles. And this was at the point where I had stopped getting venoms from where I was getting them. The people who was supplying me with them stopped supplying me with them. So I had to go through some things to get the venoms. And once I did, I gave myself the venoms right here on the what's called the conception vessel on the traditional Chinese meridian chart. And I gave myself the venoms, and it removed that lump from my testicles. Okay. And then there is a testimonial from somebody else who, by the name of Pebbles. If y'all watching this video, share this, please. And Pebbles came to the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. Her niece had told, tell your brother give you one. Her niece had told her about us because she had went through 3 different types of cancer: blood cancer, breast cancer, and lung cancer, if I'm correct, all 3 of them. And she had went through the chemotherapy and radiation to get rid of all those previously. So she had just got diagnosed with stage 2 multiple myeloma, which is bone marrow cancer. And she told them the radiation and the chemotherapy destroyed my body worse than the cancer did. And at the age I'm at now, I'm not doing it. I'll self-medicate with marijuana until I'm dead. And they were like, well, if you want, we'll still monitor you, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to have to schedule you for a surgery to remove 2 of your ribs, because the rate of deterioration, they're going to break off and they might puncture a lung or something like that. And you have a golf ball sized tumor in between those ribs. Okay. So she says, okay, fine. So her niece told her about us. She comes to me, we hang out, we smoke blunt, we kicking it and talking. And she was like, all right, well, all this snake venom and this sounds awesome. Like, I'm with it. Let's do it. And I'm like, all right, bet. And we go into the venoms. She do venoms. She did venoms 4 or 5 different times. I think it was 4 for what we were addressing and 1 for something else. It was like a pain or something that she was having, I think. And we did King Cobra, you know what I'm saying, for the pain relief. That's why when he said that about that, I was like, oh, that was pain. That was straight pain. The King Cobra is the one that's like 400 times strong as morphine, something like that. Anyway, so we did the venoms like 4 or 5 times, and then after the venoms, then we did Cambo. All right. I was taught when I first was trained in Cambo, do not give people with cancer Cambo first, because the Cambo will cleanse and detox the body at a point where the cancer will start eating more aggressively on them. Right. So you do the snake venoms first to actually kill off the cancerous cells. Then after a certain amount of cancer snake venom administrations, then you'll do a Cambo administration to flush the system. See, that's the detox and the flushing. So that comes after. It's like, okay, boom. So that's the protocol that we follow. Now, my intentions was I was going out of town for integration training with the Condor approach. And we were going to come back and we were going to get back to venoms. I got back and she gave me a call and she said, hey, I just came back from my checkup. It was like 30 minutes. And I was like, well, what's up? What was going on? She said, well, she said the surgery that they had me scheduled for to remove my ribs, they canceled it because they said that it's not going to be needed because my bones aren't deteriorating anymore. I was like, okay, cool. We making progress. She said, hold on, I'm not done. She said, and the golf ball sized tumor that was in between my ribs is now gone. I was like, it's gone? Yes. I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm feeling like, okay, we really getting some. She said 7. She said, and they told me I'm cancer free. I said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Man, we both started just crying. I'm like, I know what these things do, but that quick, it had been like 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we gonna be, doing, but you gotta think, this was my first cancer person that was coming for cancer. That's why I told her, I told her, I says, let's make a deal. You don't have to pay for it as long as I can use your story whenever I want. This is before we started. This is how much I already knew what was about to happen. I told her, you don't even have to pay for it if I can use your name, your story whenever I want. I say her name right now in public, on camera. It ain't against no HIPAA or nothing like that, because she was like, I'm cool. She a Leo anyway. She like, shit, say my name. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Pebbles. You know what I mean? So that was my greatest, you know what I'm saying, testimonial. Okay, which brings us to why we're here today. As you see, we all have testimonials. We all have stories. We all have clients. We all started with ourselves. Okay? We know where this is going. We know where this is going. There's no way that we're sitting here, this little box of individuals who we are, having these things happen in front of our own eyes and not know where this is going. So with that being said, what we're trying to do is we're trying to be prepared. And so that's why we wanted to come and just give you all an understanding of what's coming next year. Next year is the year of the snake. Okay? And all of us as snake venom practitioners are going to use that energy. We're going to use that power, and we're going to use that magic for our benefit and for your benefit. How? We're about to solidify what we're doing. Okay? And how do we do that? By doing it with open eyes and intentions. So what I'm talking about is we have something coming that I have been referring to very wrongly, for a lack of a better term, as clinical trials. When I teach this class, as everybody in here can tell you, I always say, we are the clinical trials, right? I said that, didn't I, y'all? Because this is something that is new to America. We are alternative health practitioners. We already deal with things that are not Western medicine. We deal with Tai Chi. We deal with Qigong. We deal with meditation. We deal with yoga. We deal with sound healing therapy. We deal with magnetic therapies and vibrational medicines and placebo and entheogens and psychedelics. And we have plenty of people who can tell their stories of the things that they went through, the trials and tribulations, the challenges that we've all faced, whether it been physical, emotional, spiritual. And we know that these modalities can address all of the things that we talked about, all of the things that I named in the title, all of the things that we sit around and Western medicine tells us that they can't do and gives us all of these other things that destroys our bodies. So we're here to put our medicines to the test. Nydia, what is the name of what, how is it that what I'm supposed to be saying? What is it that we're doing?
Well, I guess it's an observational study for now.
There we go. There we go. We're doing a public observational study. Okay. So what that means, y'all, is we are allowing everybody, okay, to witness the recording of us administering these medicines to people for certain ailments. So we can observe, okay, the results. Think of how I'm saying this and why I'm looking at the camera like this. Because of the FDA, we have to be very careful. We are not here to treat, to cure, to what is all the words? We don't, none of that. But we are here to observe how our modalities work and to give other people the ability to observe it for themselves. Right? Are y'all understanding where we coming from? All of those things that I named in the titles, what is this? The HIV, the herpes, the cancers, the lupus, the sickle cell, the MS, multiple sclerosis, all of them. Let's observe what the modalities that we have at our hands do to them. Because we've already observed them in our own lives. We already have individuals who had herpes that don't got it no more, who had cancer who don't have it no more, who had blood disorders that have been, you know what I'm saying, dealt with, different ailments within the systems that have been dealt with, and not just with the sacred animal venoms, but in conjunction with, as we spoke about, the healing with the kingdoms. However, we do want to pinpoint where we're going to take groups of people, probably 10 to 20, in different states and cities, okay, because we have practitioners all over now. And we're going to take people in groups that have different ailments, and we're going to give them the opportunity to observe what happens when they utilize these modalities that we have. As y'all know, we have to be very, very careful with how we word what we're saying. But I want you all to use your ability to discern and understand what I'm saying to y'all. Okay? And so with this being said, we are bringing on Western medicine practitioners, nurse practitioners, research analysts. We're bringing on, you know, those people, the people with the letters before and after their names that work for these organizations with the letters. And we're okay with that. We're okay with that because I'm not anti-Western medicine, like I said so many times, right? But what we do have to do is we do have to show some validity to what we're talking about. We already know it's there. Everybody here just spoke on their own experiences, their own personal experiences, their experiences with their clients, their experiences with the public. I've had numerous testicular lumps, breast cancers and lumps, somehow I seem to, people say I specialize in oncology, and I'm like, that's not my intention, but somehow that I guess because of Pebbles, like, okay, well, nah, you that's what you do. Come on. But just to be clear, no, we're addressing a lot of different things. And there's a lot of people out there that are looking for assistance and they're looking for help, or that have been told that there's nothing that can be done. We're not saying that. We're not saying that. If what we're talking about is in the title that is in these videos or something we spoke about, we're not saying that. We're saying come holler at us. And if nothing else, if you don't want to holler at us in private, be ready for the observational studies we're doing, because you can receive quite and how can I say this? The amount of administrations that will be offered to you, right, for what you are given in exchange is something you would want to jump at if you are one of these people or the family of one of these people who are dealing with one of these things and feel like you need or want another path or route. Let me be clear. We're not guaranteeing you anything, but we are telling you that everything that we just told you about what we've experienced ourselves and with our clients is a fact, period. Is a fact. These things are not being made up. We don't have to add some sauce or go I didn't make up the picture. She sent me that from that was from your hospital, wasn't it? Mel, that picture I put up, that was from your hospital, correct? Your doctor,
Oh, yeah,
excuse me?
that was from my doctor's office, yeah.
Directly from the doctor's office. These things aren't tampered with and we're gonna make no, you can see we don't have no reason to, and we need you, excuse me, we invite you all to come and see that you have alternative options and choices for the things that you might be going through, whether they be physical, mental, emotional, right? As you just heard, even down to the pets. I myself, such as Danny, have used Cambo on animals and saved animals. Yeah. What is that parvo that goes around? Parvo that dogs get? Cambo. Cambo. Knock that virus right up out their ass. All right. You got to catch it early. Got to catch it early. Yeah. So with that being said, I've been using the word clinical trials. That's the wrong word to use based off who we are, how we operate, and also the Animal Venoms Practitioners Association is a private organization. These are not public. These are not connected with any type of universities, any type of medical establishments, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that being said, all of this is privately funded. So in their things, they're paying you to try out their stuff, the clinical trials. They'll pay you to try it out because you got to sign a waiver. And if something bad happens to you, which is high probability, we can't be held responsible. Ours is kind of the opposite. You will actually pay to be a part of it. And we're not worried about it. I'm not, everybody's do their own. I'm not requiring people to give me a waiver of liability if something happens to you, because I'm not worried about anything happening to you, because we're not giving anything to you that's not bioactive, anything to you that's not already made up of the same things that you're made up of. Can the Western industry with the petroleum-based medicines that destroy your livers, can they say that? How my man say in the Mac, motherfucker, can you buy that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So we just wanted to come here and just give you all an understanding of what we're bringing to you all, just to prepare y'all, give you a chance to ask any questions that you might have. So let me look, see if there's any questions, comments, concerns. So yeah, we open for questions now. We just wanted to give y'all introduction to who we were, what it was that we were bringing, and what we had to present to you all. Your other options. So do we have any questions, comments, concerns from anybody? And while you all are typing your comments, y'all can take the floor. Anybody want to go ahead and add on to all the stuff I just said?
I just wanted to say, like, with the quickness of how you can start to see things happening, either if it's with myself or with a client, just you can see somebody come in and they're in like this state, right? They're mental, they're all over the place, or they have all these things on their mind they're really concerned and worried about. And I'd say within about the first 5 minutes, you can feel their entire vibe just totally change. I don't know. Has anybody else had an experience like that?
Yeah, I'm nodding my head because I have a client that's just been excited to try it. She came to one of my introductory lectures, and she first did the cobra. 2 weeks later, the rattlesnake, and now in a couple of days, we're going to be doing the West African Gaboon viper. And I remember when I did the cobra on her, as soon as she got off the table, her entire vibration was completely shifted from what she had come in with. And she had come in with like a type of anxiety and a type of just like, like it was just like a rush and anxiety, like what's going to happen. She had a lot of experiences with combo. And so a lot of people, when they hear that we open gates similar to combo, they think like, oh my goodness, it's going to be a similar experience. And yeah, I had that exact experience. And then today, as I was applying the cobra this morning, I felt that same shift in this person's vibration as well. It was about 15 minutes in, and it just went right down and relaxed. And it was like, all right, cool. So yes, and I feel that myself, especially with the cobra application, specifically with the cobra for me.
So, when I talk about character growth and development, that's actually what I'm talking about. What we're talking about now. It's the integration of the snake DNA with your DNA. It's the integration of your vessel, your soul, your body, your spirit, your mind, knowing I just powered up. Fuck you, man. I just powered up. I ain't got to be scared of you. I ain't got to be nervous. Do you know what percentage of the world I am? Less than one of people who are absorbing the snake venoms into their vessel for the healing, for the cleansing, for the empowerment, for the biochemical engineering. Your body knows it. I was explaining to somebody the relationship that we get with Cambo when you become a practitioner and you start to use it repeatedly, and how I've had those situations where I was sitting talking to somebody and Sapo came to me and was like, hey, it's about to go all bad and I ain't got enough of nothing to handle it. And I turned and I looked at the people I was sitting there smoking and drinking with, and I said, hey, y'all, don't get nervous. What, not nervous? What is it? Don't overreact to nothing, but shit's about to go all bad. And they was like, what? I said, don't overreact, and I just fainted, dropped my shit, just fell to the floor. And them being practitioners, they knew, both of them spiritual practitioners, they didn't know what just happened, but they knew, don't call 911, I just fell to the floor unconscious. Let me tell you what they did. They dragged me to the elevator, went up the stairs, dragged me down the steps into the B&B we were staying at, dropped me at the floor, and they went to bed. They left me there on the floor. Normally, you would say those is not your people, but that's my people's, because they knew. He said it. He said, don't, whatever it is, it's something spiritual, whatever. The next morning, I was able to get up, get to the shower. I got in the shower. I put the Cambo on. That shit hit me, flushed me. I got up, brushed my teeth, got up out of the shower, came out like, yo, last night was wild, wasn't it, y'all? They was like, yo, what happened to you? I said, I don't know, but I took that Cambo. I'm good now. Literally, Sapo came and told me it's about to go all bad. I don't just get sick anymore. Sapo always comes and tells me. I know I'm about to get sick usually 30 minutes to an hour before I get sick. And it's like, who announces that they're about to get sick? That's the spirit. That's the character growth and development. That's more of the spiritual. That's the spiritual connection with the medicine. But the character growth and development is what you all were talking about. That courage, that ability to face things like head on. I don't have that fear. I don't have that apprehension. And not just other people, but challenges in life. Am I right, y'all? Because everybody has went through some major shifts since taking these snake venoms up. If I may say so myself, maybe I'm projecting. Talk to me.
Yeah, I could say major life transformations, and the stuff that you know keep in your closet that you don't really want to deal with, or maybe I could just pay money and I can have this thing like go away so I don't have to deal with it. Like, you have to deal with your shit. There's no putting it away anywhere else. It is on the forefront, and if you are putting stuff in the background, it will come to the surface even faster. Whether that's stuff in your relationships, whether it's some of your core support issues. I mean, sometimes you will be rebuilding stuff from scratch that you never even thought would be in question.
And I like that you pointed that out, because what you pointed out, but you didn't say it, that the medicine works with the signature of series. What is it? The signature of appearance. What does a snake do? It burrows down into things. It goes down in the ground. It gets, and you just said it, you're going to go down deep into the root of things. That shadow work, that shit that's down under, because when the sun's too hot or when it's cold, they not above ground. They get down in the earth. You know what I'm saying? The scorpions. A lot of people, why is scorpion, I think I asked one of y'all this the other day. I think I might have dropped it. Why is scorpion, which lives in the desert, a water sign?
There used to be
Okay,
water.
I dropped it on you, Lydia. I dropped it on you. Okay.
Yeah.
Mel, did I drop this on y'all?
Yeah, you did mention that. And we have been
Okay.
talking about it too. We've been on a lot of scorpion stuff since then. But yeah, I mean they come from a time when there was water in those places. Those weren't always desert places, so they were a water animal that has adapted to live in a place of no water, which is like bananas as far as like evolution goes. So they're obviously like a very ancient, highly adaptable creature.
Adaptability.
That's right. That's what a scorpion represents, that transformation, that adaptability. You know what I'm saying? Death, transformation, sex, drugs. The sex and the drugs is what they use internally to get them through that change. Because the sex, they had to keep recreating. They say if an atomic bomb goes off, the only thing that's going to be left alive on this planet is what?
Cockroaches.
Roaches. And scorpions ain't nothing but the cousin of the roach of the sea. They from the ocean.
They're drawn
The
to water.
deserts was
That's how
once
they would find
oceans.
water.
Huh?
Aren't they drawn to water as well? Did y'all say that already?
Well, actually now scorpions are drowned. They've adapted to the ground. So like if a scorpion fall in your pool, he dead.
Mm-hmm.
But they are attracted to drinking, you know what I'm saying, and absorbing water through their body, because they don't drink, they absorb it through their body. Scorpions are some very fascinating creatures. So even using the scorpion venom, as Jeff pointed out, he started getting the attributes of the scorpion, because when he spoke of the angle that he was seeing things from, oh man, I was over here going nuts, because I'm like, yo, he got the scorpion venom, because the scorpion ain't gonna come like the snake gets up, like and can look down and see things from all angles, as well as feel the vibration from the ground from miles away of feet. It's certain snakes we ain't never seen, because they feel our feet coming 6 miles away. You'll never be able to see them. They know they dip soon as they fit, right? So scorpions, they a little different. You know what I'm saying? And when you spoke on that angle that he hit that 45-degree angle, that was freaky right there. I like that.
Well, when I was tapped into it, it was like showing me like that's how it hunts, kind of, because the perception isn't always like right at the head of it. Like, it's using its tail. So like it has to be from a different perception.
That's right. That's right. As well as the scorpion venom is good used for a lot of root issues, and it's good for putting it in your belly button, and letting those drops, because there's thousands of neurons that are still active inside the body. So that being the largest bundle of neurons into the body, you just let it absorb through the navel and into the internal where those nerves are still active at. They're just not active on the external part. That's why if you scratch real deep in your belly button, you get that funny feeling in your like, ooh, shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So yeah.
I was gonna
And
say,
as you said,
may I interject for a second?
indeed.
I was gonna say with the combo as a practitioner, I've had a couple of experiences. One I told you about, but in the last, just in the last, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, there's been a real heavy virus going around our area.
Yep.
As you know, virus, walking pneumonia. I don't know what combination of what it is.
Yep.
But 2 people came to me and they said that they were diagnosed with that thing that caused the pandemic, and I said, no problem. Come sit with combo. And the first one, I said, I'm not going to, I said, how strong do you want me to be with it? Because she has experience. And so she told me, and I said, all right, I'm going to sit with you and I'm going to take it as well. Because as I was sitting with her, I could feel, the frog was literally talking to me as I was sitting with her. And it was just like, you need some of this too. And I kind of had the instinct earlier in the morning that I'm going to be sitting down with this today. Like, okay, fine. So I didn't purposely eat and did all the things to prepare, right? And as we're sitting there, and I had just applied it to myself after I finished applying it to her, she mistakenly wiped it off. And so here I am going through the entire experience and having to reapply it to her because she really needed it. Like I was just doing it because the frog told me to do it. So
Oh wow.
it forced me to stay sober. And so that was a different way of administering and practicing with that medicine than I've ever experienced. Normally I'm in full control while the other person is experiencing their session. So that was interesting. But it's powerful to see these medicines work in people who are aware of the medicine and who are willing to go into the unknown for that transformation, right? That scorpion energy of going down into the deep, right? That same energy that the snake has, and frankly, that the toad has. If you look at the frog and the toad, when during winter, what do? They bury, they go down. So they're all transformational energies. And so it's beautiful to watch them work so efficiently and effectively in people. It's really impressive, and it really carries with it as a practitioner. Like I have a deep reverence and gratitude for being able to be blessed with this medicine by the universe, right? Because not everyone is chosen to do this work. But when they are, and if they are called to it, man, it is a blessing and a half. So yeah, I feel super blessed to be able to have these experiences with folks and watch things just work like that fast. So
Indeed, and it was something that you said, I don't remember what it was, that made me think of the other thing that the scorpion is instrumental in is people who have herpes. This was when I was being trained in Cambo, and my teacher had told us that she had herpes and that she had gotten rid of it using Cambo and snake venom. And I was like, oh, I thought you couldn't get rid of that. And so the conversation of, Western medicine not being able to get rid of it, the way their medicines are created, it's like you heard me fire the blunt up. I put it out because your other sister popped up. Well, let me smoke. Thank you, baby. Happy birthday. So I'm understand because I'm like, okay, well, how was it that she was able to rid herself of the herpes with just the snake venom and the Cambo, but not using the scorpion venom? And when I remember that she told us that she went down there with her practitioner and she sat with him for 16 weeks, getting the Cambo and the snake venom. And I was putting it together mentally going, oh, I get it. She's down there continuously, never missing a week and not worrying about it going dormant in her neurological system because they're constantly addressing it. Whereas some people are getting snake venom and Cambo coming back every other week or two, where you add that, as you said, that scorpion venom daily, drinking that solution, and that stopping the virus from being able to go dormant in the neurological chambers, neurological centers, because it's the scorpion venom is addressing that there, whereas the snake venom is intracellular. So it is going in the cells. Like, nah, you're not gonna go dormant in there. So it has no choice but to come out. And that's where the Campbell's like, okay, we working together to flush you and detox you up out of here. And so you continue in this and watching that viral count until it's no longer there, from what I'm understanding from what happened, you know. And so these are the types of things that we will be bringing and offering in the observational. What so what we're doing is we're giving the ability, because we're bringing in, as I said, the medical professionals to watch and to verify everything. Oh no, they're giving them that many cc's. That way is they absorbed it, they rubbed on some. They're like, it's so basically everything. The peer review journaling is going to be taking place. We're going to have actual medical individuals sitting here watching all of these things take place with all of our people. Then in the end, when, oh, well, certain people just, whatever happened to that? Well, I don't know. Now what do y'all do? Now what do y'all say? Now how do we address these things? Now how do we move forward? Are you going to, like, because then we don't even have to say what these things do. Now we can just say our observational studies have shown that blah, 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 right? And it's giving the people who are saying, I don't know, man, because that Western medicine is more, what is that? What we're getting now, observed and recorded. Talk to me, Jeff. There you go.
Oh, it's a diagnosis. They're just
No.
Western, putting a label on
Oh,
what the
got you. Yeah,
you know
yeah.
they can measure it too. Their technology is really good to show you how much of it is there versus not. Right.
Right. So with like we're talking about with people who have viruses with viral counts, they're watching it go down while they're watching the medicines be applied over these 16 weeks. They're watching this with their own stuff, and they're having their own people watching us do it and verifying what's being done and verifying what's happening behind it. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of something very large, period. From what we've all seen with our own eyes, this. Let's be real. Look, you feel me? We spoke about this in class. It's one of them things like, oh,
We also working on them topicals. I haven't mentioned that. But yeah, we have topicals as well with real snake venom versus the fake snake venom that's on the market. So
that's right. Some of these snake venom topicals are going for $2,000 an ounce. $2,000 for a joint like this, and it has synthetic snake venom synthesized. Nydia, how much of your snake venom?
150.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she damn near giving away at this point, because you trying to get people to tap in and be able to see the benefits from them and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
So far, I have cobra venom salve. I have a rattlesnake oil, and I'm about to have a fer-de-lance. So I'm just working on. Yeah.
Say that again. You said you got a cobra.
I have the cobra venom salve. I have the rattlesnake oil, and I literally just got all I needed to completely make the fer-de-lance salve. So that's coming next.
Damn, I got to use the joke that I hate. I can't let it pass. So you a snake oil saleswoman?
Sorry, Sorry.
We hate that term too, don't we? I don't know. I know I do. Oh man, but no, man, no, that's what's up. So yeah, we it's big things out here going on, big things going on. Um, we're all over the U.S. Like we said, we California, Utah, right? Um, where else? Florida.
Let's say this.
Texas
What do you got? Hold on. He got. He said he got some
for your
multiple
body.
peptide firming lotion. Check
I'm
that
glad.
out.
Right. So all I'm saying is, look, like it's already in the stuff that's on the market, you know?
Exactly.
So,
You got to
and
ask
this thing right
yourself why
here,
are they,
this is like $50, you know?
and you got to ask yourself why are they putting on the market things with synthetic peptides, snake venom, like why would they be using a fake version? And I don't mean why are they using the fake version. I mean why are they using it at all? Because they know the benefits of these things. They know what. Oh, that's right. I said I was gonna do that. We didn't make this shit up. We didn't make this up. This is Oxford University book. You see how thick that is? Oh, this is official. Venom peptides. Wait, what did it say? Venomous reptiles and their toxins.
And we all have that book. We all practitioners, right?
Yeah,
We
we
all
all
have.
got this. Everybody got this book. You know what I'm saying? So this, if you get this, everything that we talking about, you'll be like, oh, I'd rather just listen to them because this shit too scientific. And we breaking it down for y'all. We saying, they saying, but everything that we're saying, we can show and prove it in here. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the anti-cancer properties, we can go in here right where it'll tell you that these venoms kill off cancerous cells. You know what I'm saying? We can take you to the knowledge about where the scientists and the organizations and the government have all of these scientific studies saying these things do this. Then there's always been a question to those few of us that are here, let me just tell you, that have always said, well, if these things do this, where are the people who use these things to make those things do that? We're the answer to that question. Flat the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, anything else to add on, y'all?
I would say that they're going to find more information out about the observational study coming probably next month. When I say next month, I'm talking about the end of January, early February. You'll start to see more information come out about that. And that way you can join a wait list and start getting signed up in your different areas if you're interested in participating in them. Um, yeah, I think there's that. And then we'll probably have some introductions to all of our practitioners so that if you do have multiple ones, you can choose who you'd like to work with in your area. That's something that'll be on our AVPA website. So we're looking forward to all of that. That's coming forward. So if you're interested, if you have an ailment or something that you're frustrated with and you would like to seek alternative treatment, please stay tuned. Or if you know someone that feels that way, share this with them so that this healing can reach them.
Indeed, indeed. Shit, Danny, you got anything to add on, man?
Hey, um, no, I guess not. Um, I mean, not anything that pops into mind. Um, I really am curious about the fer-de-lance and the scorpion. I haven't tried those, so I definitely want to get in on that sometime. But
Okay.
you know, um, I mean, just a personal project of mine. Like, one thing that I would like to do is, I'm up here in New York. Like the snakes that we got here are, I think we have a timber rattlesnake and a what do you call it? Uh, it's the one I started with, copperhead. Yeah. So I did want to try to get into the mountains. Like I think they're when I was looking them up and stuff, I think they're a little bit north of New York City. Like I wanted to try to get in the mountains and try to see if I could find them and um you know uh and just try to work with them personally. But you know Um, but yeah, that's really all I got to add, I guess.
Okay. No doubt. No doubt. So Danny, are you going to be available to, or are you too busy? I haven't asked. Never mind. I'm gonna ask you off camera. Don't even worry about it. We'll talk later. I'm gonna talk to you, Danny.
Okay.
Terrestrial magic. Y'all want to, what I'm saying, add anything, man? Anything.
I think we're pretty good on the summary. Yeah, I mean, just one thing, like not only is this physical, it is emotional, it's spiritual, it's it's mental, there's so many different layers to everything that we've just talked about today, and I don't know, it's significant. I always like pointing out things that are significant.
Indeed.
Thanks for having me.
Indeed. Thank y'all for showing up. So there we have it. I just really wanted you to meet some of the fellow practitioners that I have the honor of working alongside next to, the different things that we do, how we, because I know, some people hearing about snake venom, it on my platform might be the first time you're hearing about it, and maybe the same with people on their platform, but we just wanted to show y'all, no, we're out here. There's more of us, and more coming. We're serious about this. We got into this to most of us, um, if not just help our families, to help our communities, and this is where we're pretty much putting that into. There's going to be a lot of time put into this, to serve so many people that we're planning on serving. So, this is just our contribution as snake venom practitioners, to the works, our legacy to leave behind. We're some of the spearheaders of a lot of this. So if we don't do these things, then what will we have? As far as legacy goes, because we're all doing our own things in our own ways and our own rights individually. But all of us that are here have a passion for this as well, and some of them who couldn't make it, and that's why we're taking part in this. It's for y'all, it's for us, it's for the community, it's for the betterment of everything, the way I see it. You know what I mean? This is just another layer of healing with the kingdoms. It's another alternative medicine that a lot of people are not aware of, and we're just here to go ahead and put it out there so you can see for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, uh, shit, tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in. Peace.
Hey, good job.